The Bible. Is it hard to understand?
When it comes to reading the Bible, the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that this is the Word of God.
The seals have been broken, and the truth is here.
And when we go throughout the scriptures, when we go throughout extra biblical records, we find that the language that God employed, that He used to create the heavens and the earth, was the Hebrew language.
Christ said, I came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But yet no one, no religious leader, no religious church out there anywhere can now identify the 12 tribes of Israel. Can we? God is quite simple, but it seems as if man makes understanding Him hard.
What are those mysteries?
The truth of your book and the truth will make you free. The Hebrew and Bible Academy. You're invited.
All right. You think you can lie to me? I see it's written all over your face. Come on. Scientific intricity. Come on. You created out in space. They think they can lie to us. Come on. Oh yeah. You can do what you wanna do. Tap our phones. We know you're listening. You think how you wanna think now. But you can't stop us. The truth is rising. But to lose, we refuse. We refuse. I won't go down without a fight. You think that I can't see what you're doing to me? Yo, you cannot defeat me. Cause I'm out of your league. My hands on your heel, I'm pulling through. A step ahead of you. You think that I can't see? But you know a higher power's with me. That's right, brothers and sisters. Our highest power is with the gathering of Christ Church. I'm Elder Rawchaa here. I'm not going to be here for long, brothers and sisters. I'm just here to let y'all know. That's right. We're in the Academy Week. Man, oh man. Listen, I'm chopping at the bits right now. I'm chopping at the bit. I'm having Academy withdrawals. Can't wait to Sunday. First week of the Hebrew and Bible Academy. I'm going to tell you, I know I have Elder Rawchaa waiting on GOCC Media. That's right. I know I got them waiting there. And as soon as we finish here, I'm going to parlay it over there to them. But I just want you to know, if you haven't enrolled in the Hebrew and Bible Academy, you need to get in. When it comes to what's going on politically, the wars around the earth, what they're planning to do with the immigrants in this country, how they're phasing people out. That's right. Virus, quarantine, delete. Like a computer program. That and more is what we'll be going into in the Hebrew and Bible Academy. Elder Lawya starts off with the Hebrew. Shabbat comes in with the news. And we're even going to give you some insight on what's going on. That's right. Not just with the President of the United States, but the presidents around the world coming together under a new world order. Oh, you don't want to miss this. This coming Sunday. Elder Lawya. Come on, Elder Lawya. Where's Elder Lawya? Where is he? Where's Elder Lawya? Where? There he is. Hold up.
Shalom.
How you doing, Elder Lawya?
I'm doing well. I can't complain at all.
Elder Lawya, is there any better time to be living in prophetically?
If I had to say so, I would say absolutely not.
The prophets, the teachers, even the people during the time of the disciples were longing to see the days we're living in prophetically.
the time of the coming of our Savior. It's one thing, Elder Lawya, to be shown in a vision like our past prophets, even John the Revelator. But to be living in this time surreal, we're talking about what? Transhumanism. We're talking about changing of kind, changing of people. Lucifer being ushered in as the God of this world through the liberal ideology. All that and more, believe it or not, Elder Lawya, was discussed in prior academies. And it's surreal that we're actually, I'm not talking about what the Bible said prophetically during the disciples' time, but think about some of what we said on the street, 2009, traveling around the earth. The academy started with 35 people. And everything we said, even the fact that society would begin to groom people into accepting the love of children. All that we said in 2012 and 2013, and it seems so far off. And here we are right now with the world grooming children to accept sexual behaviors. Elder Lawya, real quick, because we have to parlay it over to REI, who's waiting on GOCC Media. Tell the brothers and sisters what they're in for, if you can.
Yes, sir.
Well, what have been your experience in growing in the academy, right? And then allow the brothers and sisters to understand what they can look forward to this coming Sunday, August 28th.
Yes, sir. Well, absolutely. Going back to that first academy, obviously, as you mentioned, we had 35 people. And to make a long story short, we've come such a long way. And as one academy opens and closes, one thing that I found is that even though we try our best to present new information naturally and organically from one academy to the next, I find that some of the questions and sometimes when we go into certain lessons, some of the feedback that brothers and sisters may put forward, it kind of forces you to sharpen your sword from one academy to the next. And even from a Hebrew perspective, making sure that from one academy to the next, the information is updated, the information is fresh. Again, those questions come, and you have to make sure by the time the next academy come, when you present that lesson, you cover a large spectrum of some of those questions that have been asked. And again, it forces you to study and dig deeper than you could ever imagine when it comes to some of these lessons. So just to kind of give you some insight on what you're going to see in this upcoming academy from the Hebrew perspective. For the past few academies, we have updated the lessons. I've got a lot of good feedback from brothers and sisters stating that in these past few academies, their Hebrew acumen has picked up tremendously.
Look at that.
So we're going to try to carry on in that same vein by not only, again, updating the information, keeping it updated, but also trying to incorporate more translation exercises, more reading exercises, so that you become more and more comfortable with reading the Hebrew Bible. So that's what you have in store for this upcoming Hebrew Academy segment. And obviously for the lessons, we got new lessons on the board that I'm pretty sure, Elder, you're going to elaborate on. That, again, we're going to go deep and go into, pull up the records, pull up the resources in order to bring all of this information together and try to make it as academic and as scholarly as possible as we can as these academies come and go.
Let me tell you, Elder Lawya, I mean, we went to Texas. There was a great wedding there. You know, we taught that night. And then the next Sunday morning, I got up as if I was getting ready for the academy. I'm like, hold up, there is no academy. You don't know how much. Let me tell you, I look more forward to doing this. I'll be up 5 a.m, ready to go. I look forward to doing this as much as the people who are participating, because I get up in the morning and new information on a topic comes, and I get my computer, I got my books, my concordance, my extra biblical text. And sometimes, Elder Lawya, they don't even know when I come into a new lesson, I scratch everything that we have on the PDF and say, we'll use it as a guideline, but here's all new information, Elder Lawya. Get this, and get this. And a whole entire, a different lesson than I thought was going to be taught is taught almost every week, folks. Elder Lawya, I tell you, He'd be like, well, here's the PDF. I'm like, that's good, because Elder Lawya prepares the PDFs and got the information and all this organized. I'm like, we're going to use that. But check out what the Most High have given me on this topic. Now, we're going to deal with the topic, but we're going to deal with it from a different perspective, a different angle than what brothers and sisters are used to. That's how it is, folks.
Right.
I'm going to tell you right now. And let's go over a few of the lessons real quick that brothers and sisters can look forward to. Let's go. You go to historytimes.org. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. A higher power is with us. That's right. He's with this church. Brand new in-depth lessons on a new heaven and a new earth. Folks, I'll be going into the last lesson of the academy. How the Most High has already began through Christ to create a new world that will come into our realm. That's right. At the end of the 1,000-year reign, our people, for all our hard work, our perseverance, our sacrifice, us living under the Gentiles, and on top of that, Elder Lawya, enduring our own demons and suppressing our own demons and spirits so that malignant root don't cast us into hell. Overcoming ourselves that's right. The reward is a brand new world. Ears have not heard, eyes have not seen what's prepared for us, folks. When Christ said he go to prepare a place, that world is being created now. And we're going to go into portals and all that in the last lesson to show you how that world will appear after the judgment of Satan and his angels. First time ever taught in the academy, folks. A new heaven and a new earth. The mountains are going to come down. Matter of fact, listen, don't worry about it. You'll hear it in the academy. A brand new lesson, a new heaven and a new earth. Elder Lawya, we're going to have to find everything. And I got some information I've been looking into on the Essenes, how they were able to run from Babylon during the captivity and make a place for themselves. The angels protected the Essenes he protected the sons of Zadok, the sons of Aaron, the priesthood. He protected them so that they can preserve the records. That's right. The Essenes were actually from the bloodline of the priesthood of Aaron. They are the Essenes we're going to go into. The priesthood and the mysteries of the Essenes, the connection between the Essenes and Christ. That's right. Because believe it or not, the Essenes eventually would pass over the priesthood to Christ. They were preserved. And then Christ took on that priesthood. Never before in history, I'm going to show you that the Essenes knew that Christ would be the priest who would bring it both together again. King and priest. The priesthood, the mystery of the Essenes and the priesthood, the fall of Judea. How did black people get in Africa? That's right, folks. The Romans destroyed us, and according to Christ's prophecy, we ran into Africa. Africa is the wilderness. It's an extension of our homeland, Judea. And I'm going to go into that, all the history, the white papers, and the universities, information that they've hid concerning this history. Going to be taught right here in the Hebrew and Bible Academy. Who is the synagogue of Satan? What demographic of people no one can talk about without getting banned? Do they have protocols? Do they actually admit that they're the children of Satan? I have the records. We're going to identify who Christ coined the synagogue of Satan, a full lesson dedicated to the devils. Last but not least, a special lesson on Daniel and its part in the end time. Daniel, folks, not only seen the vision, Daniel, Moses, the prophets, they were brought into our time and space to see what we are doing now. That's right. It wasn't just a vision. Folks, the Most High opened up windows, portals, and showed them time and space, the valley of the dry bones, seeing our people on crack, strung out on drugs. The prophets seen it with their own eyes, folks. Daniel seen it. John the Revelator seen it. And folks, I'm going to prove to you. I'm going to prove to you beyond any shadow of a doubt, folks, that they've seen our times. And we are the people, we are the generation who will soon see that kingdom. That's right. A special lesson on Daniel and its parts in end time prophecy. And Lawya, before I turn it over to my loyal, respectful brother and elder Rawchaa Gabar, the lion, right? We would be amiss if we didn't explain or we didn't just touch on Shabbat's value to the Hebrew and Bible Academy with that news. Sometimes, Elder Lawya, the news be so, I would say, eye-opening and revealing. The links he get from other places on the other side of the world, guess what? They're not even allowed to be pulled up in America. It's as if America is being censored when it comes to the real news that is happening outside of America on the other side. He would attempt to put a link in the chat and it would block him, as if they're trying to stop America from understanding the war and what's really going on over there in the Middle East. But he have the news. Why? Because the Most High strategically have him in a place where he's seeing it real time, while the distraction of America is going on, while the arguments over frivolous things are going on. He's actually getting the news a lot of us witness outside the country, Elder Lawya. There's no real news being taught here in America, being shown here in America. It's more about activism and what? Indoctrination, mind control. So I would be amiss if I wouldn't tell people, some people get in the academy, even though the lessons are just, but sometimes they like, listen, I have to get that news. Give me some insight, Elder Lawya, because as soon as the news come on, I see you go and you put on a headphone too, right? You go put on your headphones, right?
Right.
We would be amiss if we didn't talk about Shabbat's role in the academy and the news. I can't wait to see what he's going into, but give him some insight on Shabbat here, Elder Lawya, before I turn it over to my loyal brother, Rawchaa.
Yes, sir. Well, definitely the news, ever since it became a mainstay in the academy, has been one of the, obviously outside of the information that's taught in the Hebrew and the Bible lessons, it's been one of the most insightful segments of the academy, because it's ever changing. You know, even with the Hebrew or the Bible lessons, we may have some of the same titles, different information, but the news stays current. It stays updated to what's going on in the current times. And it's an amazing thing to see that some of the information, as you mentioned, that we have went into in the news, going back maybe 10 years. Some of that information is, you see it fulfilling itself in the current news articles, where, as you mentioned, certain lifestyles being promoted, or at the time it was first being brought out, at least them stating or pushing towards certain lifestyles being presented and celebrated in the earth. And now to see it now come to pass, I mean, it's like prophecy fulfilling itself. So the news segment is definitely very insightful, very informative, if you want to understand what's going on without all the confusion. Because if you watch your regular daily news, if you watch your CNN, if you watch any of these regular mainstream news segments, you're going to always be confused as to what's going on. What's the true narrative? So if you want the true understanding from a biblical perspective, without all of the confusion and, you know, all of the multiple narratives that seem just separated, non-connected. If you want to see all of those things brought together from a biblical perspective with a biblical explanation, you definitely want to be in the upcoming academy. If not for anything, the news segment.
And I'm going to tell you this. One thing I thank the Most High and thank him for blessing the church with is that to make the Bible be easy to be understood, but to tie in all the confusion and make sense of it. The Most High have always blessed this church and the teachers in this church, okay, to connect the dots on a level that anyone could understand. Because what? Everything, even a little minute scenario that one might think isn't significant, has a key part. And sometimes the Most High allow us to see it and point it out. Connecting the dots, okay? And then people are saying, well, now that makes sense. Now I understand. That's right. It's about edifying And there's no edifying on earth like the gathering of Christ's churches. You got it. Hebrew and Bible Academy. Now, if you want to go to the academy, that's right. The only thing you would have to do is go to historytimes.org. It's quite inexpensive. That's right. It's very inexpensive. $75 for the first month. That's it. $75 for the next month. That's right. And then the next month, nothing at all. $150 cover all 3 months, folks. 3 months of information. And you know we're going to be there coming up around the election cycle, right? September, October, November. So there's a lot going to be going on in this last quarter when it comes to the midterms. You want to be in the academy to see how we give some levity and understanding to what's really happening and what to do to navigate in case they begin to shut things down. Okay? Go to historytimes.org to enroll. We have 5 new lessons. I may have another one there for you, so I'm still working on some other stuff, but we're back, Elder Lawya. So that concludes our GOCC update. Tomorrow, right here at 6:30, we'll be going into Surviving the Curse of Babylon tomorrow night. And the Sabbath lesson, Elder Lawya. Listen to the Sabbath lesson. The Sabbath lesson is titled Identifying the Spirit of Cain. C-A-I-N. Identifying the spirit of Cain, the man who slew his own brother. That's right. We got some lessons leading up to the Hebrew and Bible Academy. And then the first week of the Hebrew and Bible Academy, that's right, the creation of the universe. How long did it actually take for the Most High God to create all we see? We'll tell you the exact time, folks. We'll tell you the exact time, how long it took. And then we're going to show at the end of the academy, Elder Lawya, since we're going into time, we're going to go through that first, and then we're going to deal with the time that was given to the prophets, and let everybody know, that's right, according to Enoch, the time period we're in when it comes to the years left before what? The coming. Keep in mind, no man knows the day or the hour. But be not ignorant of the season. We're going to round it off with breaking down the creation of the universe, how long it took for the Most High to do it, who did it, was it one individual, one God, or was there many gods operating under an order? That and more will be taught from a different perspective for the first time in the Hebrew and Bible Academy week 1. Be there. Okay, Elder Lawya, I thank you. I know you have to eat. And of course, I'm going to pull up GOCC Media because I know Elder Rawchaa is waiting in the cut. Type in, brothers and sisters. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell for this channel because they're unsubscribing people. We're under shadow ban. And go to GOCC Media. We're going to be doing a lot here, folks. A lot here. Go to GOCC Media, subscribe, hit the bell, and wait. Elder Rawchaa is coming on with a great discussion this evening. We have Rawchaa. We have a brother from New York who's already been operating. He's going to be working with us on GOCC Media. We're about to bring all these men up. A lot of men you didn't know have been working since the beginning. It's time. It's time to show that, hey, there's a lot of brothers and sisters operating. And guess what? The administration have sisters. Hey, we're working around the clock for you. This is not just a brother thing. Okay, brothers. There's no way possible none of this can be done without our sisters, without our wives, without those sisters who've always had our backs, folks. And they're working right now. And they're working to make sure that you have what? A serious experience in this new Hebrew and Bible Academy. They're working right now. So go to historytimes.org, enroll, and get your welcome packet before Sunday morning. With that, Elder Lawya, Thank you, my brother. Thank you for your dedication, the Spirit of the Most High, your undying loyalty to this work, and being a brother and understanding the value of brotherhood. And brother, you understand, Elder Lawya, when it says, ye that endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Shalom. See you tomorrow. Surviving the Curse of Babylon, 6:30 tomorrow night. Shalom. And keep in mind, the Most High is calling back Israel. Shalom. And we want to see you in that Hebrew and Bible Academy. historytimes.org. Thank you, Elder Lawya. And go to GOCC Media now, and I'll see you over there, REI. Shalom.
Right. Shalom.
The Bible. Is it hard to understand?
When it comes to reading the Bible, the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that this is the Word of God.
The seals have been broken, and the truth is here.
And when we go throughout the scriptures, when we go throughout extra biblical records, we find that the language that God employed, that He used to create the heavens and the earth, was the Hebrew language.
Christ said, I came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But yet no one, no religious leader, no religious church out there anywhere can now identify the 12 tribes of Israel. Can we? God is quite simple, but it seems as if man makes understanding Him hard.
What are those mysteries?
The truth of your book and the truth will make you free. The Hebrew and Bible Academy. You're invited.